Namaste. So there was a request from one of the viewers that to do a video on how to integrate spirituality into our busy lives. So I will go ahead and give some tips, simple tips which can be easily adopted in our daily routine. So the first thing that we should remember is the body and mind. These are tools for us. We, the jivas, have come into this world. We have taken a birth and we've been given two tools, the body and mind, to operate in this world. Especially the mind is a very important tool. We have to use the power of the mind to our advantage. So how do we use it? By giving instructions to the mind, giving commands, by taking resolutions, affirmations. These are all powerful ways to use the mind. But sometimes it would be difficult to follow through with any resolutions that we take. But as we strengthen the mind by regular japa, we can easily follow through, keep up with our resolution. So that we should remember. And let me go ahead and give a simple routine which can be easily followed. The first thing we should remember is when we wake up from bed, the first thing we should do is japa. As soon as we brush our teeth, freshen up, have a cup of coffee or tea, we should start our japa. Before we check our cell phone for any messages, emails, or even before we talk to anyone in our family, we should start doing the japa. 10 minutes japa is good enough, because when we see something on the phone, there could be some negative stuff, negative content which can affect us and can ruin the whole day. So before these things get into our mind, because the mind is fresh, when we wake up from bed, it's fresh. So we send in the good stuff, the uplifting stuff. So 10 minutes of japa, the first thing in the morning, that would really give a jump start to our day. So once we are done with the 10 minutes of japa, then we can get going doing our regular routine. And the next thing we should remember is before we leave for work, or if we are planning to do something at home, our daily chores, starting our daily chores, we should do 10 minutes of puja. Just we can keep little water, fruit, or whatever it is, because in the Gita itself, Bhagavan says that patram pushpam phalam toya. So anything. And you can tell a sloka, or even if you don't have time to tell a sloka, we can just have a conversation, heart to heart. That is the most important thing. Just have a conversation, saying that, yeah, I'm going to leave, I'm going to do this. So just come along and help. That is what Bhagavan is expecting. We have to join hands with him. We have to ask him to come and help us. That is what it is. Very important. Just not relying on our own intellect, our smartness. We have to take the help of Bhagavan for everything in our day-to-day life. So these are the uplifting stuff that can help us throughout the day. The next thing, when we are commuting, either we are driving or we are taking any public transportation or whatever it is, we can listen. We can listen to some discourses. We can do silent chanting. Lip movement chanting can also be done. That can be done even at work. Because the lip movement chanting is the most important. The first thing is initially is the loud chanting that can be done at home. But in other places we can do lip chanting. The chanting cannot be done in mind. That is not a good way at the initial stage, because the chanting in the mind will happen automatically at a later stage. So that will not bring about focus mainly. So that's why we have to do loud chanting or lip movement, through lip movements. So we can listen and go to work, and we can we can do japa during lunch break. We can walk and do japa. I've always done during lunch breaks. That will become like a walking meditation when we do japa and walk. And in between also we can take breaks. We can set reminders in our phone. Maybe we can do a 1 or 2 minute japa silent japa, lip movements, we can do that. We can listen, we can download discourses to our laptop. I've always done that, download it, listen through, use your phones, the earphones, and listen. So that will also keep that, keep us motivated when sometimes you might get bored at work. So we can do that. Then evening again, when we are driving or going back home, we can listen. And when we reach home, sunrise, sunset time. Most important thing I want to say, the sunrise, sunset time are very important. If we are unable to wake up before sunrise, it's fine. But we should do japa whatever time we wake up. Doesn't matter. Only sunrise, because the sunrise sunset time is very important, because if you see our entire planet is powered by the sun, the energy of the sun. Our prana shakti comes from sun. So when the sun rises, there are changes within the energy body, our chakra system, our nadis, some transformation, changes happen. When we are doing constant japa during that time, we will see that there is a natural stillness that comes in the body and the mind. We will experience this. So we have to use that time for japa, because 15 minutes before and after sunrise, sunset are critical times, because the mind is in a state of absorbing whatever we give it to it. It will penetrate faster. So when we do japa, it will penetrate, and it will have a long lasting effect. It is an effective way to train the mind to do japa. So that we should remember. So even in the evenings when we get back home, we can do japa, listen to some bhajans, just raise the frequency, because we have to unwind end of the day. We would have gone through many things. So we can do that, just to just raise the frequency, our frequency, motivate, inspire us. Do a little japa and a bhajan or whatever it is, at least like 15 to 20 minutes. Then we can get going doing our regular work. While doing cooking also, we can do japa. That's a very good way to purify the food for the entire family. And then before going to bed, we can do listen to something, we can do japa, and then we do a short prayer. We just surrender everything to the Lord and say that whatever I've done, I'm just surrendering. We can say the Kayana Vacha sloka, if you know. Kayana Vacha manasendriyerva buddhyatma nama prakate svabhava karomi yadyat sakalam parasmai narayana yadi samarpayami. Whatever it is, even if you don't know the sloka, we can just say, just in simple words, yes, I just surrender. That is good enough. And then we end our day with that surrender. So this is something that we can all follow. Very simple routine it is. And so what it is, we should remember that we have to take one step at a time when we are starting this routine. Most important thing is we should write everything, very effective way, and we should see how we are spending the entire day, and accordingly make changes. Otherwise, if you put everything together, the mind will get overwhelmed, because mind doesn't like changes. We have to understand the nature of our mind. It doesn't like those habits. It doesn't like to get out of that comfort zone, the regular habits it's used. So we have to bring the changes only gradually. Otherwise, it is very hard. We might get demotivated, frustration, all that might set in. So one step at a time we should take, and gradually we can make changes into our daily routine. So hope this was helpful. With this, I conclude this session. Hare Krishna.